We'll herd you that way.
I gotta go to town.
Okay, go. I'll fly without you.
Oh, mother, mother, mother.
There you go.
Oh, geez.
Bill, with that green on there.
Look this way, Bill. Bill, give me the smile, man.
Holy mackerel.
Let's see some tears.
No dear.
Hey, Bill.
You know, this thing's almost as old as I am. I was talking to Wilf last year, I guess it was, and he said something about long winters. And I said, well, have I got a deal for you? This is my old señorita, and he stripped her all down and rebuilt her, and this is what come out of it. And man, oh man, is that ever pretty.
Can you hold up so we can see the top of the wing?
That is Wilf. I thank you very kindly.
You're
Man,
welcome.
oh man.
You're welcome.
Huh?
You're welcome.
Hey, Bill.
Ah.
Just because that train's on there doesn't mean it has to stay on the ground.
You know, this thing, you'd be amazed how many flights this have. I'm not sure whether Mark was here that one day.
See, it's already in a hole.
It's already in a hole. I'm not sure whether Mark was here that day, but we were flying out here, Kevin and myself and Jim, and I mentioned that this thing almost landed south. And one of the guys said something, you know. I set it up, nice breeze coming down the runway, and I set it up, and it was about, oh, I don't know, as high as that, easy up there off the ground. And it was all just coming in perfect. I laid the radio on the ground, and it just settled down and landed itself. So
That's probably the only way it would have landed.
Pardon?
He said that's probably the only way it would have landed.
Can you get us?
Didn't I see somebody tear a gear off an aircraft yesterday?
It was already on the ground.
One last thing.
Yes,
Tell us
sir.
the significance of the train on the side of it.
I drove that locomotive. I fired it. I shoveled coal into it, and a lot of times it was a cranky old engine, but very, very powerful engine. And I cut my teeth on shoveling coal into that thing, and then when I became an engineer, I actually drove that locomotive. So, and then it went into diesels. The locomotive itself, my dad, it was on the deadline being going to be shipped into Winnipeg for scrap. My dad called the superintendent. My dad was the foreman here. He called the superintendent and asked him if he could have that locomotive for the town of Rainy River. And there it is in that hole again. And he said no. So he called the general manager down in Montreal. And he says, we can't do that. He said, it's worth a lot of money in scrap. And he says, well, just a minute. He said, no, let me think on that one. And he said, tell you what, Bob. He says, my dad's name was Bob. If you got $1, and he says, yes, I have. And he said, send me $1, I'll send you the bill of sale for that locomotive. My family, I can't find the receipt, so I can't prove this statement. But my family owns that locomotive.
Fantastic.